Mexico is a federal republic in the southern portion of North America. It's bordered to the north by the USA and to the southeast by Guatemala and Belize. With an estimated population of over 120 million people, Mexico is the 11th most populous country in the world. Mexico City is its densely populated, high-altitude capital. Other major cities include Guadalajara, Monterrey, and Puebla. Mexico was home to many advanced civilizations, including the Zapotec, Maya, and Aztec, before European contact in 1521, when the Spanish Empire conquered and colonized the territory. The Mexican War of Independence was the culmination of a political and social process which ended the 300-year rule of Spain. Mexican culture reflects the complexity of the country's history through the mix of indigenous cultures and the culture of Spain. Mexicans enjoy a vast array of music genres. Mariachi is perhaps the best known outside Mexico. Mexican films are the greatest examples of Latin American cinema, and post-revolutionary art in Mexico has produced internationally renowned artists such as David Alfaro Siqueiros, Federico Cantu Garza, and Frida Kahlo. Mexican cuisine can be found across the globe. Popular sports include football, basketball, and baseball. Mexico is also an international power in boxing. The Mexican economy is strongly linked to its partners in the North American Free Trade Agreement. This is especially the case with the United States. Mexico was also the first Latin American member of the OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which it joined in 1994. The electronics industry has grown significantly within the last 10 years. In fact, Mexico has the 6th largest electronics industry in the world and is the 2nd largest exporter of electronic goods to the United States. The country also produces the most automobiles of any North American nation. General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler have been operating in Mexico since the 1930s, while Volkswagen and Nissan established plants there in the 1960s. Other notable industries include food and beverages, textiles, clothing, tobacco, chemicals, financial services, and energy. Tourism is also a big earner for the country. Mexico has traditionally been among the most visited countries in the world, according to the World Tourism Organization, and it's the most visited country in the Americas, after the United States. So, what do you need to do in order to create a good working relationship with Mexicans? Firstly, Mexicans are very relationship-focused, so invest time in getting to know them. Another important point to note is that Mexicans are also less direct in their communication style, so don't be too blunt. Mexicans respect courtesy and formality. It's high up on their list of values. In fact, it's generally wise to show your appreciation for the country and their culture. Mexicans are a proud people. Don't criticize the country's politics or draw attention to its poverty. Be a good listener, but expect to be interrupted yourself. Other important rules to observe include accepting all social invitations and returning the favor. Business entertaining is an essential part of commerce, and you'll be judged on whether you join in and how entertaining you are as a guest. Being charismatic is always beneficial. And remember to dress smartly. Being well presented is important to Mexicans. In terms of leadership, Mexican leaders tend to place great importance on strength and charisma. They will be expected to guide and protect their team. In fact, loyalty is essential from both parties. The relationship-driven culture usually means that Mexicans are strong team players once they've developed mutual trust. So, this concludes our introduction to Mexico and Mexicans. Doing business in Mexico can bring significant rewards if you follow some of our golden rules. Observing these rules may make the difference between success and failure. Understanding that Mexicans place a great deal of importance on relationship building is critical. It's also important to consider your communication style. Remember that Mexicans value courtesy, so avoid being overly direct. You may easily offend. Mexico is also hierarchical, so understand the need to respect hierarchy. In short, get to know a culture so you can make the necessary adaptations. By doing this, you're increasing the likelihood of operating effectively.